Hi, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to write a program that simulates a bank account. For example, a person would like to withdraw some amount of money from the bank account, and there is already an initial balance in the bank, and the person would like to withdraw some amount of money. So if the withdraw amount is lower than the balance of the bank account, there is no problem, everything goes well. However, if the withdrawal amount that is entered by the user is larger than the balance in the bank account, we are going to have a problem. And we are going to try and use the try except block to handle this error. Okay. Here is the initial balance. So the variable balance is assigned to $500, for example. And then we're calling the withdraw function, and then we are passing two arguments. One, this is the balance variable which we initialize to be 500, and then we are passing the withdrawal amount. For example, the user would like to withdraw 400 from the account. So the output of this function is also assigned to the balance variable. This function is called. First of all, we're going to check if 400, the amount, is larger than the initial balance. So 400 is larger than 500? No. So this part is not going to be executed. Then that amount is reduced from the balance, and we are showing it in the output saying that the new balance is, and we are showing the balance value. So this part of the code basically says balance minus amount. Okay, this equation here equals this one. Exactly. It depends on you. So if it's more convenient for you to type it this way, type it down this way. It's okay. So 500 minus 400 is 100. So the new balance after withdrawal is calculated here. So 100. And we are showing this message using the print, saying that, okay, new balance, and the balance is being printed out in the output, which is 100, and we are returning this balance. So balance is assigned, which is the output of this function, is assigned to the variable called balance. So balance is updated. However, if the amount is larger than the balance, for example, the user wants to withdraw 600 while the balance is 500, we are saying that, okay, if 600 is larger than 500, it's true. So we are going to, this condition is true. We are going to execute this part of the code, and we are going to use the raise keyword to trigger an error manually, and the error is the value error, and we are going to say insufficient balance. So we are throwing an exception, and this exception is caught here using the except block, and then we are printing out in the output error, and then insufficient balance is shown in the output. So let me run the code. When I run the code, it says new balance 100. Why? Because the balance is 500 and I would like to withdraw 400. But if I want to withdraw, for example, 250, it says new balance is 250. If I want to withdraw, for example, 150, it is going to say new balance is 350. So the balance is being updated using this line. Okay. However, if I want to, for example, withdraw 700 while the balance is 500, it says 700 is larger than 500. We are going to throw an exception, and this exception is caught here, and this message is shown error, and then this message is shown in the output. So when I run the code now, we see that it says error, insufficient balance. So here is how a banking system would work usually in any country. This is how we can use the try except block to prevent the program from being crashed. So when the user enters one amount that it is larger than the balance, the user wants the output, to see the output, okay? When they're using, for example, an ATM. But if we're not using try except blocks, the program is going to crash and the user sees nothing. says error, for example, but we need to show some message to the user that they are making a mistake in their input. And this is the message: insufficient balance. So they understand, okay, I'm trying to withdraw some amount of money which is larger than the balance of my bank account. So, okay, I need to reduce the amount. So this is how we can solve actually the problem. Thank you for watching.